Hi guys, I just want to do a quick video following the discussion I was having with a couple of people earlier around a little bit of dive gear that you can actually use for kayaking for increasing safety, and that is the DSMB, Delayed Surface Marker Buoy. Now these items are used for divers. Normally they put them up to mark where they are. It certainly helps with boats being able to pick them up, especially on drift ice, but they are great for sort of most safety stuff as well, and I do carry them on my boat. So this is sort of a rolled up size they come in, and I'll talk you through each one. But they come in sort of a variety of sizes. This is quite large, and all it is basically an orange tube that you can inflate, and of course when it stands up in the water, and it gives that extra visibility. So if you imagine if you're looking at a sea, if you've got a small head bobbing down, it is difficult to see. However, with one of these up in the air with the fluorescent colours, it does make it a lot easier. So just talk through some basic parts. So most DSMBs are a tube. Some of them have a dump valve. Or inflation. I'd advise you guys to get one with an oar inflation, which I'll show in a minute, which is extremely easy. And then some of them have either what's called self-sealing bottom, which this one does, but this allows for divers to put their rigs up and blow up, so that's self-sealing, but I'll come back to that one in a minute. This is an open-end one, again nice and large. I wouldn't recommend this for kayaks because if it tips in the water, of course all the air is going to come back out, so I'll stick away from open-end bottom ones. The other type you get, again, very similar to the other one, but actually this is a backup one, so it's quite a bit smaller for mine, but you can get larger ones. As you can see, it's sealed at the bottom and sealed at the top. So either self-sealing or fully sealed DSMB is what I'd recommend for kayaking. So what's also quite good at them, some of them have things at the top where you can put in a glow stick, sort of one of the crack lights. For me, these ones didn't come with it, but all I've done is put a couple of little eyes in there and a little bit of bungee, and that's just enough to slot a crack light through. So of course at dusk or at night I can crack that, and it just makes it a little bit more visible. So let's have a look. So this one here, simply to inflate, I'm just going to push the valve down and blow in, and about 2 to 3 breaths, and it's normally fully inflated. And there you go. So this is fully inflated now, so it will float in the water. As you can see, it's self-sealed, so no air is coming out the bottom. There's a handy clip here so you can clip it off. So not only, if you imagine if you're in the water and your head hides and you can't get back onto your kayak, or can't ride your kayak, again if you're holding this up, as you can already see, now normally if you can't get on your kayak, that is because of oceans and sort of maybe the weather currently, so it's probably going to be a bit of chop and things like that. And of course, as your head goes up and down, it makes it very difficult to see. With this up above, as you can see, you get a bit, and these you can get up to sort of 2 meters. You can get massive things. This one, just to give you an idea of height, is probably sort of just over a meter or so, probably about 1.20 m. I'm only a short guy. So yeah, a couple of meters there. Also, what they are good for, if you're in find it on when I'm in the harbour and there's a lot of boat traffic and things like that, just this extra little bit of visual aid sticking up from the kayak lets boats see you, because as you know there are some idiot boat users out there who don't care about other water users, so it does help there. Also, because it is inflated, it is an actual good inflation device. Now if I needed to, I could always let a little bit of air out if I'm having problems, wrap it around me and use it as a float. Or if I can put a clip on, I've got an extra bit here as well. I have seen some people, if needed be, again just putting it around here, again it keeps the head out of the water, especially if you're waiting for a long time. It stops your head sort of going in, but it's quite easy to slip on and off because it stretches. To put it down, simple as putting the dump valve, squeezing the air out, giving it a quick roll all the way down, dumping air, like so. That's a little bit of air out, and then bungee. And of course you can put clips on it and make it a bit easier, but they are a good bit of kit, especially for diving. And I think actually quite a few people quite like using a kayak, especially if you're sort of doing a little bit more of the adventure stuff, sort of coastal, sort of a little bit offshore-ish, and pushing you like a bit. They are quite good, and they're reasonably cheap as well. You can pick them up for anywhere from sort of second hand on eBay for a tenner, starting new from about 20 or 30, and then you can go up to sort of 50, 60, 70 pound mark. You probably don't need those ones, but do have a look around, because you can get some large ones which will probably be better. For kayak, for diving, we want them quite small because we've only got limited space, limited pockets. Of course on a kayak you've got a bit more room, so you can get some of the bulkier ones. Hope this is helpful. If you've got any questions, just drop me a message on Facebook, Graham Saville, GSav, and I'll try and answer them. Thank you very much.